Hello and welcome to the NPL Live Show. I'm Serene Damaki. I'm pleased to have with me here tonight from the APIA Leichhardt Tigers, Captain David Dupuzzo and midfielder Sean Simmons. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having us.
It's great to have you. We'll kick off with your win against Hakoah Sydney City East on the weekend, a 4-1 win and a continuation of your stellar season. Let's take a look.
Top of the table, APIA travelled to meet Hakoah Sydney City East on Saturday night, looking to continue winning ways. Mizuku Sakiya had an early chance for the visitors on 8 minutes, but his shot went wide. But 4 minutes later, Hakoah opened the scoring. Andre de Jong turning the ball home, and it was 1-0. APIA should have equalised soon after though, Anthony Buzana saving well from Corey Vixo, only for the APIA man to be involved in another chance, this time crossing for Brandon Lundy, whose spectacular effort fizzled wide. But the visitors would finally equalise on 33 minutes, Lundy this time making no mistake, stabbing the ball home to make it 1-1. And 7 minutes later, APIA had the lead. Adrian Uccino firing home a free kick, and it was 2-1 to APIA. APIA would stretch their lead on 82 minutes. This time Bixo got on the end of a cross from Matthew West, sliding home for the third, 3-1. Things got difficult for Hakoah 5 minutes from the end, and they went down to 10 men. Brad Walker was sent off for a second yellow after fouling Sakiya. And APIA took immediate advantage of the extra man, Uccino helping himself to his second, scoring another brilliant free kick. So a terrific performance in the end from the table-topping Tigers. It finished APIA 4, Hakoah Sydney City East 1.
The table-topping Tigers. Some really good highlights there. Were you happy with your performance?
Yeah, the team did well. It's good to fight back from 1-0 down, and Uccino got a couple of good free kicks. Simo's normally a free kick taker, so I think he's done from them now. So it's Uccino's job from now on, I think. So.
Well, on Uccino, he also scored Team of the Week and his first accolade for him, so it was a good game for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he played good.
Yeah, he played very well. He's always one of our best players, and in my opinion, he's one of the best midfielders in the league, so he deserves the credit.
Yeah, good on him. What about you? How are you happy with the performance, Sean?
Yeah, I thought the team played very well together. Fought back from 1-0, so it was very good.
No, it was a good score. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. And you also had an epic extra win in the Westfield FFA Cup last Tuesday. How was that game?
One of the most nerve-wracking games I've been a part of and watched. So it was good to come over the win, and right at the last minute scoring the goal, and then Paul Galimi scoring the winner was great. It was great scenes. Great stuff.
Good. Your coach Daniel Cummins commented that there was a lot of emotion after the match. Tell us about that.
Yeah, all the kids ran onto the field after we won the game, so that was good.
Oh wow.
And then they all came into the change rooms afterwards and sung a song with us and celebrated, so it was a good environment.
From a club perspective, we've been trying to qualify for the round of 32 for the last 3 or 4 years since the comp started, and so it's our first time qualifying, so it meant a lot to the club.
Oh well, that's important, is it? Because this basically secured you in the Westfield FFA Cup round of 32. What does the FFA Cup mean to an NPL club like APIA?
It means a lot. We've got a pretty young squad, and gives these guys an opportunity to play against an A-League team, and hopefully move on to an A-League contract. So it's definitely an opportunity for them.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, that's it. Just getting the shop window, you know what I mean? Like, get seen by A-League clubs or anyone.
Yeah.
Get your deal somewhere.
Good one. Good. And how are you handling the additional workload with with the FFA Cup games as well as the weekend games?
Well, Daniel, keeps our training schedule pretty good. So we, when we have a cup game or whatever, we tend to have a lighter session after that, and so, the staff of the club are pretty good in getting us, ready to go for games, and we've got good facilities in our change rooms, we've got ice bars, all that sort of stuff. So.
God, I'm cold just thinking about that only because of the weather outside.
Yeah, it is quite cold. I don't think we need him at the moment, but so the
good.
club takes care of us.
Good one. Well, you are leading the league. You are currently leading the league and in the mix for Premiership, Championship, Waratah Cup, the Westfield FFA Cup. So, taking all that into account, how are you feeling as a team? Where's your headspace?
I think everyone's pretty good. No one argues at training or anything like that, so the environment's really nice.
We got a good bunch of boys, and so everyone gets on really well. And Ivan's come into the team recently, and he's slotted in perfectly. So, everyone gets on really well. So
that's really so. Talk to me a bit about the culture. It sounds like there's quite a culture in terms of the club there. That's a bit of camaraderie as well as off the pitch and on the pitch.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone, like I said, everyone gets along really well, and you've got boys like Jordan Murray who always having a laugh, and Matthew West, same thing. And so we've all got these boys who always having a joke around at training. It makes you take things seriously, but there's a fun side to it as well. So
you've got to have fun.
So exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of fun, I always enjoy this segment, Goal of the Week. You guys ready for it? Let's take a look. Here's Goal of the Week for round 13.
Uchino sizing this one up. Gonna go on his own, Uchino! Oh, it's special for the second time tonight. He is a set-piece wonder. And look at that, arrows into the bottom corner.
He's done it again. Congratulations, Adrian Uchino from the APIA Leichhardt Tigers. I mean, what do we say, right?
Yeah, he's done him there.
On
so.
fire.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the two of you. Sean, how did you come about playing for APIA?
A few years ago I was playing at APIA, and then I left and went to Wanderers youth team, and then I came back and played for Rockdale for a season, and then APIA contacted me and wanted me to come back, so I've been at APIA for the last 3 years.
Right, and that's a few clubs, isn't it? What's that been? What has that been like? Has anything been quite different from club to club, particularly with the Wanderers, for example?
Not really. Like with the youth team, you only train 3 times a week, so it's the same as training with any other club. And then the Rockdale and APIA are both good clubs, so both look after you well.
Easy slot in for you from a transition from one to the other, yeah. And your brother, I believe, Josh, is it also signed up with APIA this year?
Yeah.
What's that like? How is it playing alongside him?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
he's a good player, so he fits in well with the club, and it's good.
Was it easy for him having you there and coming into the season this year?
Yeah, he's the same as me. Like he was playing at APIA a few years ago and left and come back, so I think it's good for him to come back to the club, and especially when we're doing so well.
Oh, good one. And is football part of the family? There's you, there's your brother.
It's just me and my brother.
Just the two of you?
Yeah.
It's not that's something necessarily. So what got you into football, both of you?
I don't know, just parents said you can do whatever you want, so just pick whatever sport you want, because my dad played rugby league, my mum was a runner, so no one played soccer in our family, and then me and Josh just both went into football.
You got into it and thought give that a go. Good one. Speaking of families, David, that's the same for you. I believe your brother, is it Adam?
Yeah.
Adam. He's also part of he was with Western Sydney Wanderers for a little bit of a while. So how does that play out for you? You carrying forward his legacy? He's retired now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's retired. He's got 2 kids. We have another older brother who sort of started the trend. He always played football from a young age, and then I guess Adam and I sort of followed suit. So yeah, Adam had a good career at the Jets and at the Wanderers, so now he's retired. So yeah.
Good one. And you played about 10 games in the Hyundai A-League with the Central Coast Mariners. Is that correct? Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Well, tell us about that experience.
I was pretty young at the time. I think I was 19 when I signed with the Mariners, and I probably wasn't mentally ready at that stage to be in that sort of professional environment. And I lasted a couple of years and moved back to APIA. So it was a good experience. I enjoyed it.
Right. And it brought you to here, didn't it, in terms of...
Well, I was actually at APIA before I went to the Mariners.
Right.
Had a season at APIA and then was there for 2 years and then I came back to APIA. So I've been here ever since.
Come on. So you're captain of the APIA Leichhardt Tigers. You also have a degree in commerce and you work in the family business, I believe. So what does a typical David DePozo week look like?
Well, I'm working 9 to 5, in the family business. We run a bus company, and then 3 nights a week at training, and then the game on the weekends. So my wife doesn't sort of gets a bit fed up sometimes. She wants to get weekends away, but I'm sort of committed to football. So in the off season, I tend to take her away somewhere.
Good one. So you're busy. There's never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment, and she's actually expecting a child, so that's keeping us busy as well.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Wow, did you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, congratulations, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, look, speaking of never a dull moment, let's talk about your game against the Sharks this weekend. They're hungry for a win.
Yes.
How are you guys feeling about the game?
Well, last time we played them, they gave us a pretty big scare. We're 4-0 up, and then with 15 to go, they scored 3 goals, and we just held on at the end. And I think with Grant Lee as their coach, they're going to be an even tougher opponent this weekend. If we don't turn up, we won't get the win. So.
How are you feeling, Sean?
Yeah, I think pretty happy. I think we'll show up. We show up most weeks, so.
Showing up's good.
That's important.
That's important.
I think we'll turn up and play well. There's a couple of games where we've switched off, and that's like Sutherland with them switched off the last 15 minutes and they came back into it. So I think we'll play well and get the points. Oh, well, hopefully. Well, good luck with it. Now, usually we go to shout out time now, but we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try something a little different tonight. We are going to play a game, a quiz to be specific. I have 5 questions prepared and we're going to test David and Sean's knowledge of who knows their club best. Here we go. You guys ready? Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm going to read out the question. It's a variation. There's some multiple choice and then there's just a couple of questions. Shout out your name if you know the answer in order to get the answer, and then there's a little bit of a prize for whoever wins. All right, here we go. Question number 1. The APIA Leichhardt Tigers Club has a long and proud history in New South Wales. In which year was the club founded? A, 1949, B, 1954, or C, 1958? Shout out your name if you know the answer. Sean, go. What's the answer? B, 1954?
Yep.
He's right.
Good
There you
guess.
go. Good guess. All right. Tony Rossetti is the current president of the APIA Leichhardt Tigers Club. He celebrates a prestigious milestone this year. How many years has he been part of the club?
Sure.
A. Oh, all right. I'm not even going to go through the multiple choice. Go.
40.
40. You're spot on. You're right.
It's his
David,
father.
come on, man. Oh, it's his
Tony's his dad, that's
Oh,
it.
I had it on the
a bit an advantage there. Come on, David.
Struggling here.
Come on. This is not a multiple choice question, although you're going well so far. It's first in, best dressed. Tasuku Sakia is a prolific striker for your team, scoring a handful of goals. How do you spell his full name?
David.
All right, go.
T-A-S-U-K-U.
Yep, that's the first name.
Sekiya. S-E-K-I-Y-A.
Spot on. That's wrong,
I can
not
spell.
bad. You can spell. All right, we've got 2 more to go, and we're 2-1 so far. This year, APIA Leichhardt Tigers employed the services of an internationally recognised singer to write and perform a new club song. You're eyeing and sighing already. Here is a snippet. Let's have a listen.
We have the team to win. The club has gone all in. Our history will be rewritten. Hey, the APIA team. The APIA team is but a big family. They're the champions of Australia with a touch of magic flavor. Yes, they are the greatest football team.
David.
Okay, that's an interesting... Oh, okay, with this multiple choice, but go for it, David.
Hey, the APIA team is the next line. Is the question.
Oh no, sorry, the question, I haven't even given you the question yet, have I? But hey, should we give him an extra point for that? The question is, who was the singer, songwriter of that song that we just heard? A, Tony DiMuno, B. Tony Montana, or C. Frank Sinatra?
A. David A.
David A. Yeah, you're right. Tony DeMuno. Very good.
Yeah, Tony's.
All right, so what are we on? Are we at 2-2?
All
All right, here we go. Here's the one, the decider. Our last question is another first in, best dressed question. You simply have to name the player who appears in the following photograph. And it's the one on the left.
Sean.
One on the left. Go.
Franco.
Franco, I need the full
Parisi.
name please for Sean.
Parisi.
Franco Parisi, that is correct. All right, congratulations, Sean. We're gonna have to give him a round of applause. Nice work. That was pretty tight. What do you say was pretty? That was pretty tight.
Not gonna lie,
For
I'm
your
upset.
efforts, for your efforts, congratulations, Sean. This is a small of the larger version of the cup. Congratulations, well done.
That's
Look, I don't have any supplementaries, but how about I give you first dibs on shout out time straight down the Ballarat? Anybody you want to say hello to or send a message to?
Shout out to all the boys at APIA and my wife Loredana at home.
Sean, anyone you'd like to say hello to?
Just shout out to the family, missus and parents. Shout out to Muzza, Money for Jam.
Money for jam.
Money for what's money for jam?
Oh, the boys just gave us a couple of words to say. So.
Okay, is that like an insight? Can you share it publicly?
Just a phrase that Jordan Murray likes to use when he talks about making money. Money for jam.
Money for jam. Nice one. They will end on money for jam. And look, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you again for coming in tonight. Thanks for taking part in the quiz. Congratulations, Sean. And good luck for your game this weekend.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Here are the upcoming fixtures for round 14. The long weekend kicks off tomorrow with Sydney United 58 hosting Hakoah Sydney City East 8:30pm at Sydney United Sports Centre. On Saturday, Manly United will take on the Wollongong Wolves 7pm at Cromer Park. Also at 7pm, Parramatta FC play the Rockdale City Suns at Melita Stadium. The APIA Leichhardt Tigers host the Sutherland Sharks 7:45pm at Lambert Park. Sunday, 3pm at Lilies Football Field, Blacktown City take on the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. We'll be live streaming this game to the NPL New South Wales Facebook page. And Queen's Birthday Monday will see Sydney Olympic host Sydney FC 3pm at Belmore Sports Ground. That's it from us tonight. Next time we meet on the NPL Live Show, we'll have players from the NPL Men's 2 competition. So looking forward to catching you then. Thank you again to our guests tonight, David DePuzzo and Sean Simmons. Thank you as always for your company. I'm Serene and I'll catch you next week.